From dirty gemmers spending money to buy everything to mid-ladder players bullying with an overleveled Mega Knight, these are 20 types of Clash Royale players you might have encountered. Or you are one yourself. The Big Whale. Whether it's buying useless offers from the shop or maxing a card the day it gets released, this player has unlimited amounts of money. This dude either owns an oil factory in Dubai or is a famous YouTuber. He has a fully maxed account and still is extremely bad at the game. This player is living proof that being paid to win doesn't mean that you are skilled at the game. The 2.6 Hog Cycle player. This player has been using 2.6 Hog Cycle for so long that he can literally play his cards blindfolded. He's the perfect definition of an annoying player. This player spams his hog riders like his life is dependent on it, and for some reason, he's under the impression that his cannon and musketeer can defend every push in existence. And guess what? He's right! Also, this player boasts about how skillful his deck is and how the meta is always bad for 2.6 Hog Cycle. But that's false, right? The mid-ladder player. This player is almost on the verge of deleting the game because of how much he faces the Mega Knight and Elite Barbarians. His usual routine includes opening Clash Royale, playing a match, losing to an overleveled Mega Knight, proceeding to Reddit to complain about it, and then repeating the same process all over again. This poor dude gets bullied left and right because of how underleveled his cards are. Well, I feel sorry for him. The Bully. This annoying dude loves to bully the mid-ladder player. Making life hard for the underleveled players is his passion. He's running a fully maxed deck, usually having a Mega Knight or Elite Barbarians. Despite being extremely bad at the game, his overleveled cards carry him to victory. He's toxic and BMs the heck out of you when he drops a Mega Knight on your entire push and eventually 3 crowns you. Half the social media is filled with hate towards the Bully, and actually, it's well deserved. The xbow Tryhard. This player is considered the biggest tryhard by the Clash Royale community. He's absolutely convinced that his deck takes the highest skill and argues with anyone who says otherwise. He would spam cards like crazy just to get a tiny xbow lock on the tower, and after failing to get a lock, he ends up spell cycling his opponents, BMs them, and considers himself skilled. And for this reason, people dislike him. What a tryhard! The Rage Quitter. This player goes into full rage mode the moment he loses the game. He suffers from such ego issues that he can't tolerate a loss. One bad play, and he's gone. You can almost hear his device hitting the wall. He has probably smashed over a dozen phones and complained about every loss on social media. This player takes a loss so badly that quite frequently he would join his opponent's clan to trash talk to them, and then he eventually ends up getting banned. The Pro. He is the absolute best at the game. After playing the game for so many years, he's mastered every deck, card interactions, and every piece of strategy to the core. He gets a really good ranked finish every season. Casuals watch his gameplay to learn, but they also annoy him by begging him for his friend link constantly. He also goes full try-hard mode during season end. Although he's really skilled at the game, he tends to blame the matchups a lot when he does in fact lose. The Noob. Even after playing for multiple years, this poor fellow still can't figure out a way to win consistently. He runs a trash deck with no synergy and expects to win. He spams all his cards, often overcommits, and still somehow expects to win. This guy panics the moment he sees a big push and ends up spending all his elixir on defense, which doesn't even work. That's the reason why he's still stuck around the same trophy range as 2 years back. Dude suffers from a serious skill issue. The Crybaby. This player always finds some reason or the other to complain about the game. Whether it's a new feature or a new card, he will always be the first person to complain about it. He views every card that counters his deck as broken. Reddit is filled with comments of him complaining about a certain card. You can throw 100 free lucky drops at him and he would still find a way to complain. He needs to learn to show more appreciation and less complaints. Speaking of appreciation, I would appreciate it if you subscribe and like the video right now. The Elixir Golem Menace. This player worships the Elixir Golem the first thing in the morning. He's never touched grass in his entire life. This dude is the ultimate BM machine and uses a single brain cell to play the game. He's totally clueless about the concept of skill, so he just spams every card behind his Elixir Golem and ignores totally everything else. He enjoys playing the role of the evil player in the game, whom everyone hates. Is anyone anything about his deck even a bit skillful? Discuss in the comments. The BMer. Emotes, emotes, and more emotes. This player spams more emotes than cards in the match. His strategy revolves around ruining his opponent's concentration by using emotes every 10 seconds. Either that or he's just dumb. For some reason, this player always keeps on spamming thanks. Or he sends an early good game every now and then. Maybe he is indeed a clown. And if you're running a hard counter and somehow lose to this guy, be ready to get BM'd continuously. The no-lifer. This guy is addicted to Clash Royale and plays for hours daily. He plays more than thousands of matches every week. He has no life, no friends, and no interests. Clash is life. He takes this motto extremely seriously. Playing Clash Royale is the first thing he does in the morning. You can find him playing Clash Royale on the toilet, on the subway, or even in class. This player really needs a break. For real. The log bait master. This player follows only 2 rules in Clash Royale. Spam princesses at bridge and rocket cycle your opponent. He thinks he's the smartest player in existence when he tricks his opponent through a fake goblin barrel. The moment his opponent uses a log, he'll drop 10 elixir worth of swarms in the other lane. He's extremely annoying and would usually BM you throughout the whole game. He calls his deck skilled, but only wins by rocket cycling in triple elixir. The friend link beggar. As the name suggests, this guy keeps on begging for friend links from the pros. He comes off as really annoying and would usually turn disrespectful the moment his request is denied. He spams the same message in dozens of pros' DMs daily, hoping for a response. This player is bad at the game, and no amount of watching pros gameplay is gonna help him. His constant begging for friend links is the reason why he's on the block list of multiple pro players. The mad scientist. This player is convinced that they can build the next great deck. In the process of building the best deck, he ends up creating the most horrendous deck ever. This guy doesn't have any understanding of card mechanics. He always switches his decks after every loss and keeps on making decks with absolute zero synergy. Once in a while though, he comes up with an obnoxious deck that is somehow effective. The one-trick pony. This player is seen playing the same deck at all times. While it may seem that he is extremely loyal to his deck, the real reason is that he doesn't have the skill to play any other deck. He's tried switching to different decks a couple of times, but always ended up coming back to his one-trick deck. He's played so many games with this deck that he can win with it with his eyes closed. But when it comes to playing other decks, he just sucks. The wannabe pro. This fellow wants to get good at the game so bad that he's ready to go to any extent for it. He watches the gameplay of all pros, is subscribed to all top players' YouTube channels, and is constantly looking for the best deck in the game. Despite doing so much, he's unable to execute what the top pros are doing. Nevertheless, he doesn't give up and remains faithful that he will be the Clash Royale World Champion one day. The unlucky guy. This player is extremely unlucky when it comes to Clash Royale. He never gets the cards he wants out of his chest, he loses his matches in the worst ways possible, and for some reason, his 5-star lucky drops always end up giving him a common book of cards. His troops betray him mid-match, while his opponent's troops go an extra mile to make his life miserable. To him, it feels like all the bad luck of the world has been consumed by him. The dirty gemmer. This guy loves spending his unlimited gems. Want to open a chest? Why wait, just use gems. Want to buy offers or emotes from the shop? Use gems. Want to get 0 wins in a grand challenge? Use gems. He's obsessed with gems and buys every gem offer in the shop. He also secretly wishes to have the gem rush back in the game. The guy with an excuse. This dude always has an excuse for whenever he loses a match. Whether it's his bad Wi-Fi connection or him misplacing a card, he always has an excuse ready for his loss. He never accepts that he lost fair and square, due to which other players find him really cocky. So, which type of Clash Royale player are you? Regardless of what type of player you are, there are certain unwritten rules of Clash Royale you should follow. If you want to know what they are, click on this video.